What if everything you were taught about money was incomplete? Not wrong, just incomplete. The school system teaches you how to earn money, how to get a job, how to be a good employee. But nobody teaches you how money actually works. Today, that changes. Here are 7 money facts that will completely shift the way you see wealth, spending, and financial freedom. Let's get into it. Fact number 1. The middle class was invented on purpose. Most people assume the middle class has always existed. It hasn't. Before the 20th century, most societies were divided into 2 groups: the very rich and everyone else. So where did the middle class come from? After World War II, American corporations faced a serious problem. They could produce more goods than ever before: cars, refrigerators, televisions. But who was going to buy all of it? The answer was simple: create a class of people wealthy enough to consume, but not wealthy enough to stop working. Wages rose, mortgages became accessible, credit cards were introduced. And just like that, the middle class was born. Not as a social achievement, but as an economic strategy. Think about that next time someone tells you that buying a house and a new car is the dream. Fact number 2. Saving money can actually make you poorer. You were told to save money, put it in the bank, be responsible. Here is the uncomfortable truth. If your savings account pays you 0.5% interest per year, and inflation runs at 3% per year, you are losing 2.5% of your purchasing power every single year. On $10,000 in savings, that is $250 disappearing silently every year, not from your account, but from what that money can actually buy. In 10 years, your $10,000 will still say $10,000 on the screen, but it will buy what $7,800 buys today. Saving money is not a strategy, it is a starting point. The people who build real wealth understand the difference between storing money and putting money to work. Fact number 3. The richest man in history was not Elon Musk. When people talk about the wealthiest humans of all time, names like Elon Musk and Jeff Bezos dominate the conversation. But adjust for inflation, and both of them don't even come close. The richest person in recorded history was Mansa Musa, emperor of the Mali Empire in the 14th century. His estimated net worth: $400 billion in today's money. He controlled more than half of the world's gold and salt supply at a time when those 2 commodities ran the global economy. When he made a pilgrimage to Mecca in 1324, he brought 60,000 people with him, and handed out so much gold along the way that he accidentally caused a decade-long economic depression in Egypt. One man. So much gold that he crashed an entire country's economy by being generous. That is what real, incomprehensible wealth looks like. Fact number 4. Your salary is designed to keep you coming back. Here is something your employer knows that you probably don't. The 2 most dangerous things for a company are an employee who is too broke to function, and an employee who is wealthy enough to quit. So salaries are carefully engineered to live in the middle. High enough that you can pay your bills, afford occasional luxuries, and feel like you are making progress. Low enough that quitting feels terrifying. This is not a conspiracy, it is just business. Companies need reliable, motivated workers. And nothing motivates quite like financial dependence. The word salary comes from the Latin word salarium, which refers to the salt given to Roman soldiers as payment. Salt, because it was valuable enough to survive on, but not enough to build an empire. Some things never change. Fact number 5. Compound interest is the closest thing to a cheat code. Albert Einstein allegedly called compound interest the 8th wonder of the world. Whether he said it or not, the math is undeniable. If you invest $200 per month starting at age 25, with an average annual return of 8%, by age 65 you will have over $700,000. Now here is where it gets interesting. If you wait just 10 years and start at 35 instead, investing the exact same $200 per month, you end up with less than $300,000, same amount invested per month. 10 years later, less than half the result. That missing $400,000 is not from extra money invested. It is purely from time. Compound interest does not reward intelligence. It does not reward hard work. It rewards patience. And it punishes delay more than almost anything else in finance. Fact number 6. The price of things is not based on their value. Why does a bottle of water cost $1, but a diamond cost $10,000? Water keeps you alive, a diamond does not. This is called the paradox of value, and economists have debated it for centuries. The answer is scarcity, combined with perceived value. Diamonds are not actually rare. The global supply of diamonds is tightly controlled by a small number of companies who limit how many reach the market. Less supply, more perceived value, higher price. The same principle applies to almost everything you buy. Designer brands charge 10 times more than generic alternatives for products made in the same factories. Luxury cars depreciate the moment you drive them off the lot, but we keep buying them for status. Understanding that price and value are two completely different things is one of the most powerful shifts you can make in your financial life. Fact number 7. The wealthy do not work for money. They make money work for them. This last one sounds like a cliché. But stay with me. The average worker trades time for money. They show up, they work, they get paid, stop working, stop getting paid. The wealthy operate on a completely different system. They acquire assets. Assets that generate income whether they are working or sleeping. Real estate that collects rent. Investments that pay dividends. Businesses that run without them. Most people spend their lives buying liabilities they think are assets. A house with a mortgage is not an asset. It is a liability until someone else is paying for it. A car is not an asset. It loses value every single day. The wealthy obsess over one question that most people never ask. Not how much does this cost, but what does this produce? That single shift in thinking is where wealth begins. There you have it, 7 facts about money that most people will go their entire lives without understanding. The middle class was engineered. Saving money can make you poorer. The richest man in history made Elon Musk look modest. Your salary is designed to keep you just comfortable enough. Compound interest rewards time above everything. Price and value are not the same thing. And the wealthy make money work, so they don't have to. If this changed how you think about money, hit subscribe. Because next week, we are going deeper. See you then.